of the tidbits, I want you to listen to this one. Shane, find the Kwinten Ives clip, and then we'll get to Mai Nelson. I'll get to Mekhi last, Bruntz, because I think that's the one that people may be the most can put the words to actually what they've seen. But listen to this clip, Bruntz, and then I want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah, he was crushed when he hurt his hamstring because I know this was a big year for him. You know, the year before that, we brought another back in last year and kind of jumped over ahead of him just from a physical development. He just was a little bigger, stronger, and so this is really his year. He was really excited about camp, and then to have the hamstring was tough for him, mentally. But the one thing he did, he kept it. He was very mature about the injury. So in meetings, he's been sharp. He's been sharp the whole time. That's the biggest thing. Like when you're not taking reps, it's easy to get your mind off of where it needs to be as far as the process, going back to the cycle of the snap. And he's been pretty locked in, and so like he's back now in practice. He had his best day since he's been back yesterday. So he looks sharp. I'm really proud of how mature he's handled this injury because we're expecting him at some point to have a big year for us.
When you have to put words to personality and Coach Barthel and kind of what he says, does it help in your believability factor when he states it how he states it about kind of Ives' development and where he is, Brunsey?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good to hear that. I think with Ives specifically, though, I mean, I don't know if there's more of a show me player on the roster right now for Nebraska. And, I think, kind of given that he was going to be a guy that was going to need a couple of years to develop, most likely to get in the mix. I kind of want to see that. And I mean, it's great that he's locked in. I mean, I think it would be tough, as a player when you finally get the depth chart kind of clearing in front of you a little bit, like a big hole to run through. And then you have the hamstring injury that quick.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have some maturity, I think, to hang in there and not mope and be engaged. And I mean, even the last open practice availability that we got, I mean, he was in a yellow jersey trying to get into drills that he wasn't supposed to be in because he wasn't cleared yet. So I think that at least shows me that this guy's chomping at the bit to get in there. So we'll see. I mean, he's a few weeks behind. I mean, maybe that helps him to kind of be ready to go as you get a little bit more closer to conference play, or at least further into the non-con. So I don't know. I mean, I think with him, I kind of want to see it because we've heard about it. But he's only got a few career carries, a few offensive plays that he's played in. So, we'll see if he can keep coming along. But I mean, I think at least acknowledging the reality of the situation and also saying he's continued to be dialed in, I think that's probably a good sign, right?
All right, here's another one, Shane. Clip 7, I think, if you will.
Since Mekhi's gotten here, everybody's noticed and everyone knows about his explosiveness and his ability to find the end zone. I mean, that's pretty evident. So the biggest strides he has made has been off the field. He's really grown up as far as a note taker, as far as his attentiveness in the classroom. He's really understanding the seriousness of a mistake. If that makes sense. So like a young player may make a mistake and naturally just brush it off, but at this level, you only get 3 or 4 reps at a team practice, right? So we can't afford that. So him focusing on the things he needs to correct and then applying in the next practice is the biggest jump that he's made off the field. Like Mose, he's going to take some. He's a young guy, but I think we're all pleased with what he's done this camp. He's really done a great job all around, and he's been pretty impressive. Now he's just got to do it on the game. That's the reality. He's got to do it in the game.
How did that land with you, based on what you've already seen from Mai Nelson, Bruntz?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we've seen from him, and it's been a couple open practices for the media. It's been, some one-on-one stuff. He's really explosive. Like I would say he doesn't trail Emmett Johnson much in that category in terms of what he's able to do. There's probably that clip you just played, along with what Dana said earlier this fall about not about kicking his ass, but the stuff about him getting basically showing more maturity, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they've been too bashful about where he needed to improve and where he needed to grow. So, I mean, you also kind of wonder, I think, sometimes too, with a younger guy, when you know that you're going to be counted on and you're going to have your opportunity. I mean, I think it kind of dials you in a little bit more too than maybe what he was last year, when you're further down the depth chart, you're fast track for a redshirt year, that kind of thing. So, I mean, he's going to have to be ready to go. I mean, I've spent a lot of time talking about the backup running backs, but I mean, we're a week out now, and it's got to be Mai Nelson has to be ready to go. Like, I think that's kind of what they've been preparing him for, and certainly I think with Ives' injury, that's been highlighted even more.
Bruntz, you said something there with Ives that it got my ears perked up a little bit here, in terms of he might be the biggest show me player on the roster. I'm not sure he would have made my list. Like, that's not how I was thinking about him, but I am curious who else is kind of on that list for you.
Elijah Judy's on there, I think.
I got one I want to ask you about, but keep going.
Okay. I think Judy would be on there. You think? And when I say show me player, I mean, like, it's one thing, I think, for the coaches to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to see. I need to see it with my own eyes. So I think Judy's on there. I think I would also put. I would actually put Heinrich Harburg at tight end on
That's
there.
what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask you. God is my witness.
I've got one that I like a lot too, of a guy I like a lot. But go ahead.
We've seen Harburg a little bit at that spot, more so than Ives at his spot,
Mm-hmm.
but you kind of need to see it in the game. You need to see how that looks, when the lights are on. So I think those are three that kind of immediately come to mind for me. There's probably a wide receiver that I'm missing that falls in that category.
I think through no fault of his own, Bruntz, is the Harburg thing. Because this is what I think this is kind of how I envision this. I know you'll tell me where I'm full of it. So it's like, okay, here's this converted quarterback. He moves the tight end, and immediately, for whatever the reason, I think we thought gimmick, right? Like, oh, it allows you to do this or do that. We hadn't really settled in on a natural tight end. Then you hear kind of the buzz in the offseason, and then it's like, okay, I mean, this guy was just a quarterback. Like, what are we talking about? And then Carter Nelson moves over, and it's like, I think our attention shifted a little bit, and it's like, ooh, can we get this guy to be an inline tight end, and how does it fit in addition to, not is Harburg going to be ready? So I don't think the show me is Harburg's fault in terms of what he has or hasn't done. I think it's more, we either don't want to hear about it until we see it, or we don't believe it because of what we've already seen, right? It seems like he's in a catch-22 until he actually gets out there, which is why I was going to ask you about him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you make sense. You're not full of it that much.
Not about this.
You got this. You got this topic dialed in. No, I think part of it is too is like what we've seen from him. Like, even calling him I don't even know that calling him a gimmick is what I would say. Like,
I'm telling you what I think people thought. Oh, how many tight end passes will we see this year? Or, oh, you could put him here. Like, we just don't think whatever we think a tight end is. It's different than that.
Yeah, it's like, how does he go from having a very small, a couple pages of plays or situations that he's in there for to, okay, he's in there for 40 plays a game. Like that's I think the kind of transition you're asking. And I don't know, like I place some value in what a guy like Luke Lindenmeyer says about that transition. And like, when Luke Lindenmeyer in the spring tells me, we had to teach Heinrich how to run as a tight end and how to run to set up routes and to create separation. And I mean, I was never a college tight end, newsflash there, but it feels like going from playing quarterback to having to, go in there and try to block Riley Van Poppel on the edge. Like that feels like there's probably some progress that needs to be made to be able to do that. So I think that's kind of why I want to see it. I mean, it's not anything, me doubting Heinrich Harburg or that he's going to be successful or anything like that. It's just like it's not an easy transition to make, I think is what I'm trying to get at here, especially if, you want him to be a 3-down tight end. And I think that's the idea and not just be a gimmicky Swiss Army knife guy in there, like you were kind of saying.
So, Bruntz, there was two guys that I was thinking of. You mentioned a guy in the wide receiver room. For me, it's Bonner. We've heard a lot of different times kind of about what they think Bonner can do, and he's versatile and does all these things. For all that, we haven't seen that much of him, and that's a guy I like a lot. And then the another guy I like a lot is I do think it's kind of a show-me year for Keona Davis as well.
Oh, awful early. He's a pup.
Yeah. It feels a little early.
I mean, we've heard a lot about Keona.
You're his biggest fan.
I am, but I'm ready to see it. Would Cam Lenhart be a better one?
That's a good one. That's insignificantly better. Okay. Significantly better example.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
So Cam Lenhart and Janarin Bonner. Those are my submissions to your show me list.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I was just kind of thinking like, okay, we hear a lot. I mean, we get eight months of talking season, a lot of talking. And then, who on that list? I'm thinking in my head of like, okay, we need to actually see it. Like I'm skeptical about the talking. So I think that's fair. I think I like Lenhart better than Davis on that list a little bit.
I think part of the cool thing, I call it cool just because as a coach I like to see progress over time. I'll be curious to see how this defense evolves over the first handful of weeks based on the inexperience that they have. Like, they strike me as the type of unit where you could see market change rapidly just with snaps alone. You know what I mean?
Just the front, though? Or where are you thinking specifically?
I think everybody. I mean, law firm is coming from a different conference. Javen Wright, for all his experience, still doesn't have a ton of snaps. Bauer, former walk-on. It's going to be interesting. McCullough's in a new conference, playing a different kind of style. Ochoa's young. Keona Davis is inexperienced. Like, there's a lot in the front seven.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm probably willing to give Watson Trent and Wright a little bit more credit for their 13 years of combined college football experience, but they're at 13, right? Or 12?
I know.
12. I think it's 12.
Okay, 12.
When you said it, I thought you were just picking like a wild number, and then I was like, "Oh crap! I think that's the real number."
That's about right. but just in this system alone, like snaps could drastically change the way they look in just mere weeks.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. And I think that's why you have to at least keep open the possibility that I feel like we talk about this every week, but that the cast of characters in week 5 could be very different than the cast of characters that we see in Kansas City. Like, is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
especially
that's right.
with the numbers of snaps those guys probably see.
Yeah, I can't wait to tally combined snaps at certain positions when they released that magical depth chart. I assume Monday, or when does that come out, Bruntz? Monday?
Do we get it tomorrow? Because Rhule's talking tomorrow.
Oh, good. Wow,
Maybe.
would we?
But
Yeah, it would be
it's
a week. Yeah, that
it's an accelerated week.
I could see that, Brunsey. I could see that.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because you'll see they get an experience for all the, and apparently you're back to life again on the running back room. You're kind of Denny Downer going through them all, but you'll see. You'll see how inexperienced they get in a hurry. They get inexperienced in a hurry after EJ.
They do. Well, I mean, Mekhi carried one time for 2 yards last year. Mosey hasn't played in a game. I mean, Kwinten Ives even fewer than 10 carries. So, yeah, I mean that's not much experience there at all. I think I'm Stuart skeptical. That's what I am right now. Stuart skeptical.
That's better than Debbie Downer.
I'm excited though. I think defensively it's because of where I spend the bulk of my time. I just know how much can change with just with just live reps, right? Van Poppel's got to be rusty, right? So, I mean, he could change within the half. I mean, just imagine Ty Robinson, Oklahoma in Norman versus Ty Robinson last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even go back to
or Ty Robinson versus Colorado 2 years ago. I mean, he was still getting trapped.
Be a confidence thing, right?
Yeah,
it's a confidence thing too. Like, I mean, think Cam Lenhart, the way he kind of took off gangbusters his freshman year. I mean, I think there's definitely the potential for that. If Keanu Davis starts fast, like I wouldn't put him past him to.
I mean, this is a group where literally the third series could be significantly better than the first.
Yeah, you would hope so. Yeah.
Does it happen that fast?
Yes, 100%.
Depending on where you're starting at.
Yeah, you've seen Penn pull in practice 100 times, and they'll tell you to squeeze, get down, get flat, and then somebody actually does it, and it's live, and it's opponent, and then the kick out is on you. Yeah, it can happen from snap to snap. Sometimes you just have to you have to gauge it.
I don't think we typically think of like improvement within the season and like in that minute of reps. You know what I mean?
That's the nerd coach in me, but that's how it has to. How it has to happen.
Well, for a lot of those, I mean, for some of those guys, like 3 series, I mean, that's getting to like half of what their all-time.
Oh, so that's like their entire career doubling, right?
Yeah, I mean, even like just like the center spot. I'm sure there's been times in practice where he's been uncovered. Justin Evans has been uncovered, and he gets the backside backer like right now. It may take a second on Thursday, and that's a guy with experience, right? Oh, he moves different than that guy did that I've been seeing all fall camp.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of the things that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Bruntz, as we're a week out here, have you done a season prediction? Have you kind of landed on what you think this looks like yet?
I'm getting close. I think.
He said,
I've been in the 8-4 camp for a while.
Okay.
Been tending the fire in the camp there. So I don't know. I can get to 9-3. I think 8-4 is probably where I sit right now. But I don't think I've done my super official. This is my prediction for the season game by game thing yet. So at least in the fall, after seeing some things. So I'll I don't know. I think I'd be hammering the overs on that win total. I'm definitely in that camp. So I think 8-4 is probably where I'm at now.
Let me ask you something, Bruntz, on like a fun little anecdotal thing. Like personally, I know for you, Ravi, I'm just going to go ahead and insert Keanu Davis. But for you, Bruntz, not in terms of level of importance or whatever, but who are you like most excited to see? Like, oh, I hope he's good. Like, just allow yourself to kind of be a fan for a second. Like, who are you excited to see?
I've got one besides Keanu too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
I mean, Keanu's on
there.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Bruntz.
There's the part of me that I want to see what this Archie Wilson thing's all about. I want to see. I want to see the banana ball. I want to see that. I want to see
the bananas and the boomerangs.
Yeah, both feet. I want to see all that. I just based on past production, I am very eager to see what Watson Trent looks like in this defense at this level. Like he seems like the kind of guy at linebacker, size-wise, everything that like you can kind of root for. I think as a fan, like just extremely productive. I'm eager to see if that holds true at Nebraska, but that catches my attention. And then I think if there's somebody, I'm trying to give you one on each side here. Here I have Ja'Cory Barney. I think
he's good.
He's still excited to see him.
I know, but there's another level there.
Yes,
there's multiple levels there, right?
He's got he's pretty good.
So can they get him down the field?
Dude is pretty.
He's gonna make some contested catches. I want to see some of those. I think he's just the passion he plays with makes him really easy to watch, and I'm eager to see what he looks like this year, because I think there's a lot for him to unlock still.
I aspire to be like Ja'Cory Barney. He strikes me as the type of dude, like if you asked him after the game and he just got to speak super freely and say, hey, has the game slowed down for you? And he's like, yeah. Have you ever watched me practice? Yeah. Tonight here in Kansas City, that was a lot slower than what I'm used to. Now, he's not going to say that, but he may think it if he plays well.
I mean, this is a guy that after his first spring game was talking about how he was going to, make sure Colorado
felt him
who he was. The other part that I want that to take off is because we need more Ja'Cory Barney interviews, I think, especially when things are going really well. That's what we need.
Absolutely. Somebody in the chat said I know you're not online this time, Bruntz, but somebody in the chat said one of my other ones besides Keona. Defensive side of the ball. A guy I just think is going to be fun to watch this year, Vincent Shavers.
Oh yeah,
I want to watch Vincent Shavers like wreck some people.
Yeah, the funny thing is too, if you want a sample of that, Bruntz, I was just having this conversation this morning before the show started. Shavers is a guy that didn't really take off until Butler got his hands on him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So imagine a whole off season with the whole Butler Shavers thing.
I think Shavers going to be a menace.
He's definitely capable.
I'm excited to see Shavers.
Watson Trent and Shavers are two guys. I mean, I think some linebackers are like this anyways, but they're very good moving forward downhill, and I'm eager to see how that plays in this defense, because I think there's going to be a lot of that. So I don't know. That good linebacker play is always just more,
it's fun
it makes
to watch.
everything better.
Do you know who I thought? Do you know who I thought you were going to say, Bruntz? And I don't know why, because you don't talk about him a ton, but it just seemed like very Bruntzian. I thought you may say McCullough. Schaefer may say McCullough. I thought you would say McCullough.
No, he's basically the chief of the Ochoa camp right now. I think my colleague is. So,
well, him or Cam Lenhart.
Yeah.
Shafe's all in on Cam. He may end up looking very, very, very smart.
Are all of us dumb? Good. None of us said Dylan.
Kind of weird.
There's a part of me that's just like, okay, if Dylan year 2 is what I think he is, that's by far going to be the most fun thing to watch.
Well, if the offseason goes how it's gone, I should have answered DJ Lagway, right? Everybody's more excited to see him than Dylan.
Oh, here
exactly.
you go. Here you go.
Well, don't forget Arch Manning and his 90 pass attempts are
yes.
He's already having to dispel rumors that he's not going to the NFL early. So
yeah, I feel like you two are back in cahoots. You did well for 29 minutes.
It's okay. Well, we're probably going to see each other next week when we go see Millard North rename a street for our guy Eric Crouch. So
hey, so what's the travel itinerary, Bruntz?
Well, it's just a quick one. BC and I going in the day of, day out. quick overnight and back in Lincoln by noon on Friday. Get back to work. So this is nice though. Like I miss these kinds of like quick road trips that you used to be able to do in the Big 12.
Big 12 road trip.
So are you so you're gonna roll the dice on I-29 in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Godspeed.
Should I not?
I don't know. I think I-29 rots, but that's just me. But this is the guy that spends, I don't know, 7 weekends a summer in Kansas City. So I'm over I-29.
See, but we've got Highway 2, so I don't get much of the I-29.
That's
I
right,
Lincolnite.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were suggesting like back roads, because then you're inviting deer into the conversation, which is never fun.
He's a big John Denver guy. Country roads, take me home.
How are you gonna kill time from when you arrive till 8 o'clock?
I don't know. You kind of got to get over there early, right? Because it's a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably check into the hotel. I don't know. Beyond that, I hadn't really gotten that far yet.
Huh.
You got any suggestions? There's nothing out there. Like I have not been to. Here's the last time I was at Arrowhead in person. John Elway was quarterbacking the Broncos the last time I was in Arrowhead.
You know,
they still had the artificial turf back then.
Now, I'm not going to kid you. I was just there for Kansas City and the Dodgers, and I will say this. I think they do a fantastic job of navigating traffic.
Okay.
So
it's actually not terrible.
I would just pay attention to when the gates. So when are they going to open the gates? Is it 2:30?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a pass. The media get in there earlier or later. I don't know what the rules are.
I don't know. I'm so paranoid. I'm going with the equipment guys, and they go. It's not.
They're probably there now, aren't they?
Well, on game days, they're the first bus to leave. So, and
Right.
It's not ideal, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't trust me, so
Yeah.
I better go with somebody more responsible. And it's Kyle's first rodeo, so I want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to be there just to hang out, you know.
Yeah, how's that going to be? You got to kind of be the corner guy for him, right?
Yeah, he's fantastic. So he's really, really good natured, and he's excited, and he's kind of grimy. So they're leaving at like 10 on Wednesday to get set up.
Nice.
And he's with Benny Mack. So I think Jess is gonna drive. So they'll get there, no problem, because somebody's gonna get off the road with Jess
They got
driving.
an adult in the car at least.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So they'll be fine because they'll let Jess is gonna take over. I'm guessing B Mac will be the backseat quiet guy, and Kyle will just go with the flow. He's been really cool because he's just like a canvas, man. He's taking in all the colors, and he'll decide what he wants the picture to look like later. So I'm pretty excited for him.
Nice.
That's our guy, Michael Bruntz, Husker247. Bruntz, we'll talk to you next week on a game day.
Whoa, get excited.
Are you ready?
You said,
Yes,
whoa.
I am.
That's the most excited we can hear Bruntz's voice right there.
And you get to come back to Millard North, Millard West, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be that night, so I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, well,
I'm upset about it.
welcome to the crowd.
You know.
Yep.
I mean, you're not missing anything. It's fine.
Still pissed.
Bruntz, we appreciate the time. We'll talk to you later.
Yep, see you guys.
See you, Brunsy.